One thing I've been looking at is Italian football. Italian football in general and Italian clubs. And some might like what I'm gonna say, some might not. Some might agree, some might disagree. But Italian clubs and Italian football, they find themselves in a crisis about their game as we speak. And where they stand to compete for more challenging football and reaching more European finals. I'm not only talking about the clubs, I'm also talking about Italian football, the Italian national team, the Italian football, Italian clubs in general. What defines Italian football? Their national team and the clubs that are from Italy. The football is there for the Italian clubs. Cannot take that away from Italian clubs. They have the technical part of finding great talent, of play development, and letting the players flourish in their technicality. That is there. That cannot be taken away. That is there. But the physicality and the urgency of a faster flow when transitioning the ball and being more defensively challenging as a team is missing in this top Italian clubs. And it's not only has been missing, but it has been decaying from early 2000s to where we are now. Italian football is on a transition. They went they did not go unrelevant, but they were not as on the focal point for a few years in the early 2000s, in the 2010s, 11, 12. They were not as much of a focal point. Yes, they still had great bowlers. They still had history, but they weren't competing in a sense of getting in these European tournaments really far. So the Italian football has been decaying. It's now on a transition where in the past 5, 7 years they have been coming up. They have been moving up the ladder, making themselves more relevant, more challenging, spreading their football more better in a sense to make that comeback to the stage of European football, world football. But we see that the Italian national team has been struggling. They have not qualified to a couple World Cups. And we see that same thing happening in the Italian league when it comes to these clubs playing European football. We've seen that happen. But we remember it some great Italian clubs. We know some great Italian clubs. We know. We also know great Italian players, legends, that when you thought of a certain Italian club, you think of a legend along that club because they were loyal too. So there's an identity to Italian football. It's not the technicality, it's not the quality of football, it's not the talent that is missing, but the urgency, the physicality of a faster flow when transitioning the ball. Just to be a little bit more defensively challenging. That's what's missing in Italian football at the moment. And Italian football is a technical, slower transition and more quality, but it has to bring a faster transition, a bit more pace and urgency, like teams in the Premier, like some teams in La Liga. You cannot change your full identity. However, when you're going to play against certain clubs, you need to adjust your identity of football. Because when you play against an English club, they are physical. They won't let you breathe. They won't let you come out comfortably. So your whole game changes when you don't adjust yourself to that. You become more vulnerable. You are not able to put transitions together. And this will only cause you harm in the long run. So again, Italian football has the technicality, has the talent, has the management, but they just need the physicality and the urgency of a faster flow when transitioning the ball and just being a little bit more defensively challenging. That's really it. And like I said again, some might like me for it, some might not, some might agree, and some might not. But this is what has been happening with Italian football as of lately in the past few years. And we see that transition of their national team struggling to the clubs struggling, representing Italian football at the European level in European competitions. But that's for the Italian league specifically. There is some type of crisis to a degree. Italy has not been able to qualify. They need to qualify for this next World Cup. They still have the playoffs. But things like this happen in football. And we will see where this Italian league, federation, national team moves to seek better results and answers to what's going on in the Italian football. Esto es Pase Ambidiestro, Ambidextrous Pass, Fútbol Honestamente, Soccer Football Honestly. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Have a good one. Thank you for being with me. Have a great day. Thank you.